It's your daily dose of reality. It's the Snapback
We're
Show.
here with
Where the streets are talking.
Question: as we are living in a information age and everybody has the need to be right and are quick to share their every thought, every opinion on all these social platforms, when was the last time you either heard or was told, "I don't know"?
Ooh, I tell myself I don't know all the time. I'm not sure. Probably the last time I heard it was from a therapy client this week, being stuck in a situation, not knowing what to do and saying, I don't know. But I will say that nobody says it on social media because everyone wants to be the first to know and the one to know the best. And I think it would give everyone a good dose of humble pie if we just admitted a little more often that we don't know the answers.
So, with social media platforms all across the board being kind of having a negative effect on people, if you had the power to change anything, what would you change and how would you change social media platforms for being more of a positive aspect on people in society?
Yeah, I think people get into thought bubbles on social media where they're just getting the same feedback from the same ideas and the same creators over and over again. And I would challenge people to expand that thought bubble to accept information and content from people that they don't already normally engage with, especially because I think those negative thought bubbles can lead to like far-right radicalization. Under the Trump presidency, we saw that a lot. I think to prevent that, people need to get out of their cycles of thinking and expose themselves to new content from more positive people.
Okay. What was the worst experience you ever had in the social media arena?
I take everything as a lesson, so I would just say I've learned to be careful about what I share. I have overshared at points in the past and made myself vulnerable to other people taking advantage of me.
Okay. That sounds good. So, do you believe that Gen Z generation has done everything purposely to undo what past generations have built and went through to establish somewhat of a stable society? Do you believe that Gen Z has purposely set out to undo that?
I don't, and I don't think society has been particularly stable at all. I think Gen Z is our hope for the future, but they need the help of the millennials too. I'm a millennial. We can't just abandon ship and say it's no longer our responsibility to make the world a better place. We have to work with younger folks in that endeavor.
Okay, so when you hear older generations saying that the younger generation doesn't respect anything, what is your response to that?
I can definitely understand why Gen Z doesn't respect things and people who came before them, because they've led to destruction and chaos in the world, and it leads to a general feeling of hopelessness in the younger generation. Who can blame them? The job market sucks, education is too expensive, people have housing and food insecurity, people break their leg and go into tens of thousands of dollars of medical debt. Society sort of sucks in a lot of ways, and so I don't blame them for having that attitude.
Sounds good. So what do you think had more of a negative impact? Do you think older women failing younger women, or older men failing younger men?
Ooh, that's hard, but I'm going to have to go with men just failing themselves in cycles. I think it's every individual's opportunity and choice to better themselves, and that has to come from a place within you. It can't be taught. Someone can show you the way. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I think each man and each woman has the obligation to become the best version of themselves that they can possibly be.
Okay. So, as a woman who sounds like a little bit of wisdom and intellect, what would you advise the younger generation, even after Gen Z coming up? What would you, how would you advise them, and what path would you help them to go down?
Yeah, so I have younger nieces and nephews, and I encourage them to always be themselves and to accept themselves in a radical way, because society's always trying to change you into something you're not. But the power of being you is that you're the only you there is. And so just spend each day becoming more of your own essence.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
You're now rocking with the Snapback Show. Ooh, DJ Wingman, let's go.